Welcome to a very special episode of Family Feud, Who Discovered America? On my right side, we have the diffusionist family, and on my left side, we have the inventionist family. Over here to the diffusionists. Hello?
Hi.
What's your name?
My name is Sona.
Where do you live?
I live in Glendale.
Do you have a job, son?
Yes, I do. I'm a manager at a doctor's office.
Where do you live? Hello, what's your name?
I'm Liston, and I live in LA, and I work at a school as a teen.
Oh, that must be very interesting. Now to the inventionist family. Hello? What's your name?
My name is Morris. I live in East LA and I work with students with special needs.
Oh, okay. Hello, what's your name?
My name is Alex. I live in San Diego.
San Diego?
And I'm an archaeologist. And I do research like on YouTube.
We're about to begin our first round of questions. Please have your hands in the buzzards. And whoever comes up with the answer first, please press it and I'll call on you. Alright, here goes. What evidence proves Native Americans were influenced by the Atlantic travelers? Diffusionists?
Artifacts?
That is correct. Okay, so the answer. What else?
Language?
And there's a couple more.
Ideas.
There you go. I think, is that all or yes?
Concepts.
Concepts?
I think that's it.
And that is correct. Alright, here goes number 2. Did these artifacts, ideas, really influence the Native Americans by the travelers, and why? Inventionists?
We say no. And
There was no valid evidence. We have discussed this for years. According to our research and our discussions, we're all experts.
no archaeological evidence.
The techniques they used to
No. And no witnesses.
there's no witnesses.
That is correct. 5 points awarded to the inventionist family. Now the third question of the night. Which Atlantic travelers were believed to explore the Americas? Diffusionists?
Well, there were the Europeans, the northern Europeans, who were believed to come to the Americas first.
Yes.
And the Asians?
Also, I think the Middle Easterns. The Middle Easterns were believed to come to the Americas. And then I believe the Celts. The Celts came to Americas first too.
That is
Believed to
correct.
be.
That is correct. Very nice, ladies. 5 points awarded to the diffusionist family to come up to a total of the diffusionist family leads by 5 points, 10 to 5. And here comes the 4. Are you guys ready? Hands on buzzards. Ready? Ready? All right, here goes. What artifacts were found in the Americas that were considered to be evidence? Inventionists?
There wasn't really any evidence. There was no witnesses, so yeah.
Are you guys sure? Is that your answer?
According to my calculator, yes, we
All right. Oh, that is incorrect.
No,
You see a doctor,
no, it's
son?
not. It's
All
not.
right.
We have the answer to that.
It's not
Yeah, there were
incorrect.
several evidence that were found that were considered to be artifacts. One are
No.
the stone. There was stone tablets, and I believe they found underwater aqueducts that were considered to be evidence.
There were rings, maps.
Yeah, and there were inscribed stones which they considered to be evidence as well. So all those could be evidence.
Yes.
That is correct. You guys are now leading by a whopping 10 points. All right. Here goes the next question. Were the ideas and concepts by the Native Americans originally shared by their culture? Inventionists?
We say no because they were their own society, so they came up with calendars.
Yeah, maps, they have maps.
They even they took baths. They made like their own tub, I guess an aqueduct you would call it.
Maps. They create maps according to my research and hundreds of years of experience. And conducting experiments.
I take his.
That is correct.
Yay! All right. Finally.
Alright. Here goes. What two groups came together to create a cultural diffusion? Diffusionists?
The Native Americans.
Yeah, the Native Americans diffused with the Atlantic travelers, and they became culturally diffused.
You guys got something to say?
Yes. That when the settlers came over, they already had their own ideas.
You mean you're talking about the Indians, right?
Yes, the Indians and the new people that came.
Okay. So who is right?
Well, you know what? They did come together and they did diffuse. So they got some ideas and they were influenced. So the idea that no one influenced the Native Americans is wrong. They came up with ideas and Native Americans shared with the Europeans or the other travelers. But then the Native Americans also influenced the travelers, which when the two groups came together, they did culturally diffuse. So one group influenced the other group, and then the other group influenced the travelers. So we can say there was a cultural diffusion.
And you guys say there was no diffusion, but they came up on everything by themselves? Is that correct?
Yeah, more or less.
Well, you know what? The evolutionists, they have their concepts of there's no evidence, there's no nothing, but there's a whole lot of evidence to prove it. So I
What
think
evidence?
Well,
There's no witnesses.
actually all these tablets and the stones.
well,
and all these
that's all the time.
artifacts-
That's all the time we have for tonight. So
you know what?
we're not really gonna solve this one. So please stay tuned
No.
for our next episode. Whites versus blacks. Well, that's all the time we have. I'm sorry, but
You know what? They
who really is going to
influence- There's
America?
all the
I guess we're not gonna
there's
find
all
this
the-
out tonight.
Sir, I think
Please stay tuned for our next
No, you know
follow-up
what?
episodes.
The invention
We're-
of
Play this
so
game
many
again.
We have more arguments. Thank you very much. Good night.
like that